Welcome back, everyone. Let's get into the Saturday, April 19th MLB action. We have a full 15-game card coming to you guys live. We'll recap yesterday, as well as I'll get into some of my games that I am targeting today, and we'll break down each and every game. It's a wacky Saturday, full disclosure. I don't know where you guys live, but a lot of parts of the country, the humidity is at a high point. We are getting some extreme wind, some storms blowing in, nothing hitting, I think, affecting the gameplay today, but we saw what happened yesterday with Wrigley, with that Diamondbacks game. One of the higher totals of the season, getting above 20 plus with some margin. Two grannies in that game, so little grannies autos as the Cubs and Diamondbacks go over the total. That was bet up to 11.5 just before first pitch. Okay, so we'll get into the games. Quick recap from yesterday. Split the board. Could not get the Padres to come through. That's kind of where that could have been a very profitable day for Mark here if we would have had the Padres come home. But nonetheless, we did hit the parlay that was requested by you guys. So shout out to anybody who tailed. If you haven't done so already, guys, let's get to 8,000 subscribers in this video. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below what you guys will be betting, and let's fire up the picks, okay? A little bit of a kind of look into my evening as we did cash. Went a little bit crazy here. A little bit of a... this was a golf bet, so I kind of just put this one together in a golf cart, waiting to tee off, and that's kind of where, you know, we got it done in this regard. But parlays are a losing proposition. Do not parlay. You know, there are some people that have success. Me personally, I try to keep between 4 and 6 legs and high conviction plays, and we kind of dumb them down a little bit and form a nice number that's, you know, at least 8 to 1, and I think that we do have some success doing it, but I'm not confident giving these out and sharing them with you guys. But I think a lot of you would rather me post these on Discord, so maybe I will do that as I put them in. You just never know. A little superstitious though with the parlays. When I do lay one down, I personally, I don't even tell my friends or anyone really. It's just kind of a superstition for me. But nonetheless, I digress. Let's get into the plays. Let's start talking about what's going on, and we are going to use Outlier to do this. Okay, so if you want to sign up with a great sports betting tool, okay, this is a game changer in my opinion. Outlier 7-day free trial, link down below in the description. All right, in the first game, this is where we have Taijuan Walker and Cal Quantrill going against each other within the Marlins and the Phillies. 105 first pitch. Now, the interesting thing about this game, and I don't know if my report is accurate or not, but I'm just very shocked right now that we are seeing 80-degree temperature with a 16 mile per hour wind blowing out at Philadelphia. And I don't know if that's accurate. It seems kind of crazy, but if it is true, this is something where I definitely would look to target Phillies team total. You can see right now that number set, I think 6.5 is what you can get close to even money on. And as we see this total start to rise a little bit, set at 10. That's something I would entertain. Cal Quantrill, I definitely think the Phillies get that 5+ runs. I just really worry about the Marlins bat, but this is one that came very close, very, very close for me, betting an over here in this spot, over 10, -110. I think that's a very fair price for a game that we may see a little, you know, at least 7-3 potentially. It's something where I think that the Phillies do roll at home. Their bats are kind of waking up a little bit. We saw that yesterday. And I definitely think that the Phillies could take the Marlins over their team total, as well as the full game total. But I am a big fan of Taijuan Walker as well, so it's going to be something where I worry about that run support from the Marlins, and so we're going to pass on this game. Okay, next game, Detroit in Kansas City. Seth Lugo on the bump. Now, this is a very interesting start for the Royals, right? 8-13 on the season. A lot of people had them pegged to come out of the AL Central, and I think that Casey Mize, on the other hand, has had a very good start to his 2025 campaign. I'm going to be targeting the Tigers here, and guys, this will be a half-unit play, okay? This is where we're going to take the Tigers over 3.5 runs at -105. We're going to pretty much do half units on today's picks. It's not that I'm not confident in it. I just don't like my edge as much as I normally do, so I'm going to dumb down my bet size a little bit, and that's going to allow us to also kind of carry over some profits into some more favorable plays, potentially even some live game opportunities. So it's just kind of how I'm betting it. You guys can do whatever you want. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what to bet, but I do like the Tigers team total over 3.5. I think that's a little bit too low. I think I'd have it at a flat 4 personally in this spot. Okay. Diamondbacks Cubs. Ben Brown going against Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen, not the pitcher that we have all kind of known to be the Arizona Diamondbacks ace. I think they're kind of searching for one, honestly. Corbin Burns has not really delivered on that end thus far. We see Arizona come in this game, plus 160 on the run line, over 7.5. I got to tell you, I think that the total still is too low. If you can get a flat 7 out there, the wind's not going to be blowing the way it was in Wrigley. And normally after we get these high-scoring affairs like that, it does lend for me to just go the other way. I think that's kind of the sharper way to bet this is take the under. The total is just, in my opinion, set way too low, but I could definitely see a little bit of a letdown spot. I think that the telling sign is kind of when you have 20-plus runs. It was the one game on that time of day. Everybody kind of grabbed hold to that narrative that, hey, we're going to have a high-scoring series, look into the weekend, yada, 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 and boom, we see the number really stuck at 7.5, okay? So that's where it does give me some pause because I could see this game definitely kind of, if it was any kind of other pitching matchup in any two other clubs, I probably would be going under, just kind of fading that outlier. But I think that this is still a little bit too low, but it's not enough for me to get involved. But I do have a very strong lean to the over 7.5 Diamondbacks Cubs. Mariners, Blue Jays, this is kind of where we're going to fade Jose Barrios. If I was going to bet this with Logan Gilbert on the bump, I know that the Mariners are away from home, where they usually have a lot more success pitching in that ballpark. I still think, though, that the Seattle team is way too cheap on the money line with the clear-cut, in my opinion, better pitching matchup. Minus 125 is that best number available. That would be a lean for me as well. No official play, in this spot. Reds, Orioles, we do get Hunter Green going against Baltimore. And I think this is where we look at Hunter Green and we really got to tip our cap. He's pitched exceedingly well. The prospect that we all thought we would have in Cincinnati. And the Reds are rolling him out here against the Orioles in Camden, where if we look at the kind of what they have going on, the wind is going to be full send there as well, 15 miles per hour. That's kind of the cutoff for me, guys. It's when you get up into the 14, 15 mile per hour, that's when you consider it a plus kind of spot there in terms of the wind blowing out, in terms of the long ball. You can look into kind of this game, and if any other pitcher than Hunter Green going for the Reds, I think this would be a clear play to the over. We look at this total, and you can see what you can find here, but 9 is the best number. Personally, I like the Reds. I think that the Reds potentially first 5, first 7. I just don't necessarily trust this game late, but it is something where I do think that the Reds roll in this spot. Hunter Green improves to 3-1 on the season, but no official play. But I do favor the Reds. Maybe not full game, but I do like the Reds quite a bit. Okay. Guardians and Pirates. This is kind of what I was talking with somebody actually in my golf group yesterday. Pittsburgh fans I get to deal with quite a bit. And, obviously it's Paul Skeens Day at PNC Park. And Ben Lively has not been the pitcher for Cleveland that kind of makes me feel confident about this, but it is going to still be a play for me. We're going to take Cleveland on the money line. I think this is a good fade Paul Skeens spot. When Cleveland is that scrappy team. They put the ball on the ground. They run the bases efficiently. And they do a lot of the small things right that a lot of baseball teams don't. I think that we do have a very strong opportunity within this, especially with Pittsburgh's run support for Skeens. I think that we potentially get 5-6 innings out of Skeens, and I just trust Cleveland's bullpen a little bit more. And I think if the game is close, look for the Guardians to win this one. I think plus 150 on the money line is a little bit too much value, so we can't pass that one up. I'm going to go half unit on Cleveland at plus 150 on the money line. Okay. Next bet, Cardinals and Mets. We do get Kodai Senga going against Matthew Liberatore. And this is something where you kind of look at yesterday's game. I think the Mets have the momentum in this spot. I think that this is something where that continues to roll. Walk-off yesterday by Frankie Lindor. It's going to be very interesting to see how this game plays out. But I think that if we want to kind of talk about this handicap, minus 166 on the Mets, it's a little bit cheap, okay? I'm just being honest. I think this one should be closer to minus 190. I do like the Mets more at home. I think that they continue to have this momentum, and I do think that the Mets are the correct side. It's just a little bit pricey, so this is going to be a stay away spot for me. Potentially, we might run that parlay back. We'll see, and that'll be something we talk about towards the end of this video, but I would lean Mets. Okay, Dodgers, Rangers, this will be another half unit play. This is just a principal play for me, okay? Anytime I get Dodgers money line, I know they're away from home. I know that, you know, the Rangers were blanked yesterday. And you can look for the kind of the Shohei Ohtani paternity leave, all that kind of stuff kind of holding this handicap back a little bit, but the Dodgers are still the Dodgers. I know that the Rangers are a decent club, kind of one of my picks, sneaky picks out of the AL and the futures market, but I just think this is a play on the principle. Dodgers at minus 105 is almost an auto play for me. Even without Ohtani, I still think they have enough firepower to win against Eovaldi. 1-2 on the season, sub-3 ERA, but I still think the Dodgers get this one done on the road. So give me LA minus 105, half unit play as we take the Dodgers in this spot, okay? Nationals and Rockies. This is going to be the rematch of, the resumption of the game that got postponed yesterday. Mackenzie Gore going against Dollander. That's going to be kind of the game that we look into. In terms of what we're going to have, I think it's going to be a ton of runs. Whether or not you can trust Washington's bats, that, you know, one day they can score 9 runs, the next day they could score 4. But I think this will be a play towards the over for me. In Coors Field, minus 110 on the over 9. That would be where I lean Nationals and Rockies. Okay, White Sox and Red Sox, the battle of the Sox. Garrett Crochet on the bump. 1.38 ERA. We look at this game and we want to talk about kind of what we're looking at. This is a plus 2.5 number here for the White Sox. So all you guys that do look for value, little bottom feeding, as ugly as it is, I think that the White Sox on the run line is the correct play. Not at 1.5, but at 2.5. If you find like minus 130, that's some value on that end. But I do think that the Red Sox do get this one done. And I think this is something, as we look into Fenway, we're going to get a lot of action potentially as we do see the 14, 15 mile per hour of wind blowing out within that short porch and left, as well as we do get some expected high temperatures, a little bit of humidity kind of weighing that ball down. But this is something where I do think we get a lot of runs. I think that the Red Sox do win this game. I just don't know if they're going to be able to cover such a big number. So it's going to be a stay away game for me as we look at the Red Sox minus 320 on the money line. It's almost no bet category. Okay, Yankees and Rays. That's the next game on the card that we will have a play in. We're going to go Rays team total over 4.5. Carrasco's pitching. He threw a gem last time out, but it's almost a fade and I'm daring him to do it twice in a row. Shane Baz, the reason why I'm not taking the over in George Steinbrenner Field, this is a replica, for those of you that do not know, the Yankees minor league park down there in Tampa. I think this is something where Shane Baz pitches well. Saw yesterday, I mean, Yankees won 1-0. So it's going to be interesting. I don't want to get involved with the over 9 just because I don't know exactly how many runs the Yankees are going to score. They may be kind of struggling a little bit of a slump they may be going through. And that's kind of where I like the Rays. I don't like them enough to lay the minus 138 money line, but I do want to take a stab at a half unit. We're going to go Rays over 4.5 team total, okay? Next one, we're going to go right back to it. This will be a half unit play as well. We're going to go into the Padres going against the Houston Astros. Coming off of a loss, needed the Padres yesterday on the money line. I had that same parlay ticket I showed you guys earlier, a little bit different, but it was pretty much the same payout. And the only thing was I swapped out the Indians with the Padres, and that would have been a bring it home kind of day for me personally. But I do like the Padres. Michael King going. If you want to ladder his strikeouts, that's always a fair proposition. But the Padres here at minus 120, it's a fishy number, but I'm going to ride Michael King to go 4-0 and really shut the door on an Astros club that I don't think they're going to be able to score 6 runs back-to-back games, especially against Michael King. And I do like Padres going against Wisniewski a little bit more so on the other end. So Padres money line half unit at Actually, I am going to be taking them on the run line here, -1.5, half unit at +140. Okay, so just to clarify, run line -1.5, not the money line, but I do favor the money line price -120. I just think that we get some more value. Thinking that the Padres do break out a little bit in this spot. Okay, Athletics Brewers, no play, lean towards Milwaukee, fading the A's. I think Severino 0-3, going against Patrick for the Brew Crew. I think it's just a better team, better pitching matchup, and I think they get this one done. It's just, for me personally, it's not a price that I think that it should be closer, in my opinion, to even money. I just don't trust the Brewers hitting the baseball, and Oakland or Sacramento, whatever you want to call it, I can never get that one right, is really a scrappy young bunch that can plate a few runs without you really even knowing what hits you, and that's kind of where I look for the Brewers to win this game, but I'm not fully convicted on the price. I think it's a little fishy spot, so I'm going to stay away, but I would lean Milwaukee, okay? Twins, Braves, Simeon Woods, Richardson going against Chris Sale. This is an interesting one. The Braves continue their madness, okay? And we see a -210 on the money line. And quite frankly, that's just a price that I just don't understand. I know the Twins are absolute garbage, but if you kind of look into kind of what the Braves have been doing, not really getting it done. Yesterday, 6-4 on the card, or on the game, and that's kind of where it does lend towards riding Chris Sale. It's just not with a -210 money line price. And I'm not going to trust the Braves here on the money line, so this will be a stay away spot for me. Okay, Angels and Giants. This will be the last game. We stay in the state of California for this one. We do get in a very interesting kind of game here, as the Giants were blanked yesterday. Okay, 2-0 with Logan Webb going, losing to the Angels. The Giants are a very, very good team, in my opinion. I think this is a bounce back spot for me. -130 on the Giants is a very enticing play. That's where I would lean. Almost made my card, to be honest, but no official play for me in that regard. Okay, so that'll about wrap it up. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 8,000 subscribers on this video. It's completely free to do so. That's just a way to say thanks for these free picks. And we're going to talk about the plays, a little quick recap. We will do Detroit over 3.5 runs, -135 on ESPN Bet. Dodgers -105 money line. Rays over 4.5. Team total -110. Cleveland half unit on the +150 money line, and we're going to go Padres +140 on the run line -1.5. And these will all be half unit plays, okay? And if you do want to run back that parlay, not opposed to it. I'm thinking about doing it myself. That's where we would be taking the Mets money line, Blue Jays +1.5, and Dodgers money line. Maybe run it back. It's going to be a little bit better value today, but I do think that that's something where you get over 4-1 odds on that. And I think it kind of has a good shot today as well. So we'll see what happens. Those are my best bets. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Good luck with your tickets, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow in the next video. Cheers.